What is the biggest adversity that you've had to overcome during your career?
The switch to center back. I mean, I was pretty scared in the beginning and just didn't really know what was in store for me. So going into that, I was kind of like, I mean, this could like make or break my career right now, but hopefully it's on the upward track.
Fearless SC presents My Name Is.
Today's guest on My Name Is one of NWSL's most versatile stars. She went from forward to center back in just a short time and became Defender of the Year and Iron Woman, playing every single minute of the season. She's also a champion with the Washington Spirit, a U.S. women's national team, huge defender, and recently lifted the Challenge Cup. Please welcome Tara McKeown.
Hello.
Hey, Tara, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for joining. I know you're busy, especially, right now, and you're really have some personal things going on. So I want to start with that. First of all, you are engaged to Carson Rudd, so congratulations.
Yeah.
Both of y'all being smart athletes, Stanford and USC, I don't think you get any better than that, and being so athletic. I know he's a prospect in the Reds organization. I believe he's with the Louisville Sluggers, right?
Right now he's with the Chattanooga Lookouts, but he was with them in the beginning of the year. Yeah.
Okay. So how did y'all meet? Because you guys both have this busy schedule and you got kind of like the NorCal, SoCal. How did that all happen?
We actually met in high school. So we've known each other for like 9 years now. We've mostly been friends throughout all that, tried dating a little each in like high school and college, and just found our way back to each other like 2.5 years ago now.
I love that. So who's more stressed about the wedding, Tara, you or Carson?
Me. Definitely me.
And do you have any plans yet? Or, it's hard to balance the personal and your career.
Yeah, well, we do have like a date. We have December 13th planned, and we're doing a destination wedding in Mexico. So I have a good planner who's helping me with a lot of stuff right now, which is amazing.
I love that. Well, I want to get right back into soccer. Being a proud Trojan and always had such a great soccer program, what did you take from your college career into your professional career?
I think that was a time that really helped me develop a lot of skills, like both on the field and off the field, and being around like my teammates there and especially my coaches. I think they taught us like the fundamentals, honestly, of like defending and attacking. Like even now, I still look back on what we did in practice at USC. Like our coaches would call it like sheepdog, and it was like our defending like training. And when I got moved to center back, I just always like would remember the good sheepdog like technique. So yeah, there's a lot of things I still take from there. I loved my coaches. I loved my team. So I think just being in that great environment helped me become like the professional that I am today.
And you mentioned off the field. So when you mean off the field, what did you take away as well from the USC program that helped you in your personal life?
I think just also like balancing school, being away from your parents from the first time, soccer. So like all of those things help you become a good professional, because there's no one to really like tell you need to do this at this time. Like you have to keep up with your grades to be able to play. You got to be able to balance that in like your school life, your family, your friends. So just developing that, I think really helped me go into the NWSL and just being on my own across the country from my family.
And you've had to deal with so many different changes. So you went from being a forward to a center back with no experience. How was that adjustment, and how were you able to overcome that?
Yeah, it was definitely a pretty big adjustment in the beginning, but now it's like crazy to think back. I think this is like almost through my third year at center back, and now I couldn't imagine it like any other way. Yeah, it was crazy to think like one time I was forward of the like year at Pac-12, and now was a candidate for Defender of the Year. So just that switch has been kind of a whirlwind, but like I said, I'm just like used to it now. Like I say, I'm a center back whenever someone asks.
But you were able to do it so seamlessly. Do you think that your time as a forward, Tara, was able to kind of give you an edge on how to read attackers as a defender?
Yeah, for sure. I think I always kind of would try and anticipate what they were going to try and do, or like what space they were going to try and take, where the passes might come from, and just always trying to be in like the correct positioning to either intercept that or like keep them wide. No shot, like worst shot on goal for our goalkeeper.
And when you talk about Defender of the Year, was there a moment that kind of clicked where you're like, wow, I belong here. All my hard work, all my dedication is now paying off?
I think just being nominated for that last year, honestly, I wasn't really expecting it. It was only my second year at center back. But when I heard that I was in the running for Defender of the Year, I was like, oh, okay, like this can actually be like a good thing. And I can see like my career developing from this position.
And going on, you have so many accolades, but Iron Woman, every minute played. What does that say about your mindset?
Yeah, I think I wasn't really like, I don't really think you go into like the year being like, oh, I want to play every single minute. But when I was like halfway through the year and I realized like that was a thing and maybe I could, I think it's just like taking every game as itself. Like I want to play every game, obviously. And as long as I can help my team and contribute to the team, like that's what was going to happen. So I think just like staying on top of your recovery, just taking each game as itself and not really looking towards the end of the year.
And when you look at being an Iron Woman, that shows so much about you, your character, your work ethic, and you've inspired so many little girls across the country. Is there something that you could tell the young women and the ladies, and even more importantly, some of the parents on what should drive them, their ambitions, or some insight?
I think you just got to remember like why you're playing. Like the season's long and the weeks are tough, but as long as you keep remembering that why you're there, like what's your why? If you're having fun, sometimes you're away from your family, sometimes you're away from your fiance, and it could be like really hard throughout the year, but soccer is my passion and I love it. And couldn't imagine doing any other job. So just like remembering your why and why you're in this sport.
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned your family and fiance, obviously a support system. Was that something you leaned on? Did you lean on your family at the young age when you started playing soccer, or who was your main mentor during your career?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely my family. I have 3 siblings who also played soccer. So just always growing up playing alongside them. Our parents would take us to every single game, every single practice. Like they wouldn't want to miss any of our sporting events. So I feel like having that support system growing up and being in that loving environment, but also like pushing us to be the best that we could be, always helped me continue my love for soccer.
Right. And your coach, I want to mention your coach, Emma Hayes. What does she ask of you as a center back with this national team?
Oh, really? When I first went in, she asked of me to just be like confident in my abilities, because she probably knew I was like stressed being in that environment as a new center back. But now it's just like learning the tactics of the national team, and each training we're always like developing more skills and just doing film and trying to like perfect the little things. So I think being in that environment just helps me grow as a player no matter what.
And you mentioned about being stressed just now. How have you been able to settle in? Is there something that takeaways that have helped you to not maybe focus too much on stress and be able to just like do what you love and execute that?
I think just knowing like my abilities, not really waiting for validations from other people, or like the media can be a large thing, especially when you're in that like environment and you're on that such a big stage. So just staying in like your bubble and knowing why you're there and how hard you work to be there. So just knowing that you're good enough to be there and just have confidence in myself.
I want to switch gears to the Washington Spirit. So your owner, Michelle Kang, she has really reshaped the club, and you see all the different things she's done. Have you noticed the biggest difference or things that she's done that have really stood out to you?
I would say from the beginning, like when I was a rookie, she was a part like owner and was fighting for majority ownership from the Washington Spirit, and watching her go through that fight and end up winning, and just how much faith she had in our team and wanting the best for us. I think watching that, I was like, okay, wow, Michelle like really wants us to succeed here. So it's been amazing being under her for 5 years.
And I've noticed with the Washington Spirit, the camaraderie that you have with your coaches, with the owner, with your players, is sometimes, everyone thinks that that's always the norm, but it seems like with y'all, it takes it to a different level. There's something unique about this group of women.
Yeah, I think it's really easy to do that when you have an owner like Michelle. Like, she's the businesswoman of businesswomen, and we just want to learn from her, and we appreciate everything that she does for us. And then our staff as well, like they are just like another version of the people that she hires, and they just want the best for us as well. So I feel like when you give us that environment, we're going to succeed.
Absolutely. So I got to ask you, who's tougher to defend when you're in training, Trinity Rodman or Ashley Hatch?
I mean, they're both amazing and very hard to defend. I feel like lately, well, this year, obviously Trin wasn't there for a little bit, but even Hatch being more of a 9, I would go against her more often, and she has amazing like hold up play. So just having to defend that is always going to make me better, but hopefully I'm also making them better at the same time.
Yes, and I noticed the Washington Spirit has a very solid fan base, right, Tara? So how is it playing at Audi Field and having to be able to, be in front of these big crowds? Are you able to block it out? Are you able to kind of really resonate with these fans?
No, I play into it. I love hearing these fans. Like, we love playing at Audi. It's like another player on the field for us when we hear the chants in the like 90th minute. We've scored I think like 3 90+ minute goals this year. And it's just like testament to them. They never stop. So we're never going to stop in the game. We always want to give them the best and our best performance.
And you look at your career as a soccer player, was there someone that didn't play soccer that maybe you looked up to that was another athlete, or was it always soccer players that you looked up to growing up?
I think the main ones were always like soccer players, but I did always love watching track, and just Allison Felix, like she's amazing as well. So there's a lot of women in sport that really inspire you. But I think definitely like Mia Hamm was always my idol growing up.
If you didn't play soccer, was there another sport that you excelled in? I'm sure you athletes always can play everything. Was there another sport that you're interested in, or was there another career that you even thought about?
I loved playing like all sports growing up. So whether it was track, tennis, volleyball, I played like all those sports in my middle school, but the one I played the longest was also, I ran track in high school. So yeah, I like track, and I mean, the running sometimes was too much during practice, but yeah, soccer was always my favorite and my dream job.
But with Carson, do you ever go behind the backstop and you're able to kind of catch, when he's throwing during his off season?
Yeah, well, we've tried that, but it always has to be like a light day, because he had a medium day once and I was catching for him and I caught it in like the wrong spot. I thought I broke my hand. So I have to do it when he's on like the light day, or else he has to throw into a net, or his dad.
Right. Who's more competitive, you or Carson?
I think it's pretty equal. Like we play a lot of pickleball during the off season.
Okay.
And even when we're like on the same team, it's like bickering of like, why didn't you get that? Like wrong shot, like stuff like that. We just always like are trying to win, or we play 1v1 against each other. And sometimes it's like not speaking after a point because he like got one on me or something.
Oh, that's great. I've noticed a lot of female athletes, professional female athletes, they do tend to navigate towards, having a relationship with a male athlete. Do you think it does help for someone, your significant other, to be able to understand what you go through, and vice versa, and you're able to lean on each other?
Yeah, I definitely think it helps. like I said, those seasons are really long, and especially like baseball seasons, you're playing a game every day. So just knowing each other's schedules, and maybe we're not going to be able to talk the whole day, but when we do have that time, it's always the best. And yeah, just leaning on each other when we do have good games, bad games, you're always have someone to talk to who kind of knows like what you're going through.
Right. What is the biggest adversity that you've had to overcome during your career so far?
Probably like the switch to center back. I mean, I was pretty scared in the beginning and just didn't really know what was in store for me. So going into that, I was kind of like, I mean, this could like make or break my career right now, but hopefully it's on the upward track.
Absolutely. Well, you've proven that. So we always like to end our show, Tara, with some little rapid fire. So I'm going to ask some questions, and you can, there's no right or wrong answer, obviously. Who was your first, I think I already know this because I asked you. You already said this, your first soccer hero?
Mia Hamm.
Yeah. Harder to defend, speed or strength?
Probably strength.
Ah, okay. Favorite cheat meal?
Mac and cheese.
Oh, mac and cheese. Okay. Your pregame ritual?
I always have pasta and meat sauce the night before the game, which I love.
So you're a pasta girl.
Yeah, I do. I love pasta.
Now I heard this. Is this true that you're learning to speak French?
A little bit still. I wouldn't say I'm any like that great, but I do like to say a few words.
Is there any phrase that you have learned that you say often to your teammates?
I used to say a lot like bon nuit, mes amours, which is like good night, my love, that we learned in preseason, and just like saying good night.
You can say that to Carson too, so it goes either way. If you had to make Carson play one position on the soccer field, where are you putting him?
Probably goalie.
Yeah.
He's tall. He's like 6'5".
He's a big guy.
Yeah.
Hidden talent.
I like painting, weirdly, like doing some paintings. Yeah.
And does that help you kind of decompress?
Yeah.
Okay. More pressure, PK in a final or defending stoppage time corner?
PK in a final. Those stress me out.
Lastly, if you were to go to dinner with 3 people, dead or alive, who would that be?
Oh, wow. Well, I probably, this is going to be like morbid, but I probably do my grandma and then my 2 sisters I never met because they died before I was.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. Tara, you took that another direction.
Yeah.
No, but that's really sweet. And then finally, where do you see yourself? If you were to look in 5 years, where are you in your career and personally?
Well, hopefully it's a great 5 years of marriage since we're getting married this off season. And then I really would hope to be a World Cup champion and Olympic champion.
Oh, I love that. Thank you so much, Tara. I followed your career when you were at USC, and so I love seeing your success and how humble you are and how much you connect with the fans. So thank you so much for joining me.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining me on another episode of My Name Is. You can follow all of our episodes on our website at fearlesssc.com and our socials. We are Fearless SC. Till next time, see y'all later. Bye.
You've been listening to Fearless SC. Find us on your favorite podcast platform, on YouTube, and across social media at We Are Fearless SC.